All right, welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We are back with Rick and Morty, Season 5, Episode 5. Now, do you remember what happened last time with Morty breaking into his mom's work and using the
I think that is the last
jack-off machine?
I think that is the last one, and I thought that is one of the best episodes that I've seen in a while. And this had a hell of a premiere. Because I think I said it then, I like my Rick and Morty to be ultimately funny and then kind of clever with a good story and a little bit of grossness.
I'm trying to remember why they had to use the horse sperm.
Because he was trying to create a weapon to fight them because humanity's been at war with them.
Yeah.
But because they had a child, Rick got the queen or the princess pregnant.
Yeah.
And that thing just burrows underground and they leave kind of like reptiles. You know what I mean? But, we had just the funny-ass story that Morty is banging this horse jacker off her and he's trying to hide it. And he gets to the point where it's coalescing to the point where he gets shamed. You know what I mean? And Rick thinks it's his fault, which you can debate. Maybe he should have tested that shit because he's obviously a scientist and everything else. But he's like, I'm a perverted little boy, Rick. I'm sorry. I'm a bad boy.
Jeez, I was blaming myself. But...
Yeah. And there's a point where they're going to use that thing. He's tied to that table and they're going to jack him off, which is disgusting. He's like, Rick, do something. He's like, all right. And he just knocks himself over so he can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a really good one. And the fact that there's a fucking space baby at the end.
Yeah, oh yeah. It kills that astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's the last one. And after this, guys, we got 5 more left, I guess. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah, until next time. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this one. We're going to do it now.
Jerry, can you watch the kids tonight? Someone played Barry White over the racetrack speakers, and now there's a 7-horse pregnancy.
No, we can't watch the kids.
What?
It's guys' night.
How did you two start having guys' night?
So now you're complaining that I like your stupid husband?
No, I want you to like my stupid husband.
Well, then accept that Friday nights are all about Rick and Jerry. We're buds.
Well, I don't nearly have the time to unpack this. So if you mess up and teleport this house, it'd be wise to stay on it and not come back.
I'm with her. Touch my shit and die.
Bruce Chutback, new transfer student Bruce Chutback is coming here? How'd you lock that down?
He's in my math class. I don't know. I just kind of shot my shot and it worked.
It's only a matter of time before Bruce learns you're a creepy little grandpa's boy, always climbing up into alien says.
Or the Summer Smith shampoos her pubes rumor.
Okay, you came to play. We both.
You're so gross.
You have to like it or you're sexist.
But Rick does.
What do you think of
Jerry?
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Don't tell Ross, but I got this
That is a
little
disturbing
ditty
fucking
from
thing.
I love that I don't get it. Tell us, what delights have you in store for us?
I call it Jerryoki. I'll let you guess why.
What's the matter, Rick? Are you having a bad time? Because to us, a bad time is...
Yeah, a good time, because you guys are like Oscar the fucking Grouch.
We love suffering. Therefore, we love hanging out with Jerry.
His lameness is our candy.
Yeah, I got that, but when is enough gonna be enough?
When we decide you've repaid your debt for those faulty skin hooks.
I can't stand to look at these people, Zach.
They're pretty rough. I never did watch the Hellraiser films. I just never was drawn into them.
Well, there was a VHS out of all places here in my parents' room that I remember seeing as a little kid and watching it and looking at the picture of it and being freaked out.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
So you watched it?
No.
I just said you watched it.
No, I watched the picture of the VHS.
So you looked at it.
I looked at it.
Okay. You didn't watch it, you looked at it.
It's
a very different context.
I mean, this is a look. I stared.
No, watching something is watching
Does it
something
have to be
progress. There has to be something going on.
My mind was
you are looking
regressing when I was watching.
Here's something kind of cool. TV from every dimension.
Cool.
My grandpa made it. He's a scientist.
And now back to Olympic diving with bad swimmers.
There he goes. Perfect dive. Terrible swimmer.
Want some sofa wine? It's been stashed for weeks. Should be good tasting.
Tight. I'm more of like a hard seltzer guy.
Tight. Very tight. Extremely tight. Morty, help me with the seltz.
Feel free to have some grapes.
Dude, this bitch plays it close to the vest.
Yeah, he really knows what's for sale.
We need to get interesting fast. We're touching Rick's stuff.
Summer, he said no. Nuh-uh-uh. I said don't.
You said the magic word.
Park on cable. So good. Seriously, though. Touch my shit, I'll freeze your dick in amber.
That's great.
He left. Son of a bitch, we blew it.
You are not Rick.
It's me, Summer. Remember? Keep Summer safe.
Defense system offline.
Right. I'll just go offline whenever anyone suggests it. That would make me the greatest defense system in the universe.
Rick's in trouble.
You go offline, and then we can go save Rick.
This computes.
What?
Good night.
Da bow bow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Whoa, no.
Bow bow.
The Jerry songs are really setting the mood here.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Long enough to see guys' night is clearly you and a bunch of demon people making fun of my husband without him knowing it.
Okay, but I'm not doing it because I enjoy it, honey. These guys can do a lot of damage if you...
Enjoying punching down? You're not so cool yourself, you know. You have pens in your head. You look like a goddamn idiot.
Beth?
Oh my God, you're Beth. Please drink with us.
I would, except I don't get pleasure from mocking others because I'm not lame.
We know. Rick says you're very cool.
You said that? What is that?
Essence of hell.
Well, that's a stupid name, but it's really good. Goddamn.
Essence of hell.
I think it's a alright name.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool, actually.
You're supposed to be offline, Skate.
You're supposed to be saving Rick instead of lying about him to steal his car.
But if you knew Rick was okay this whole time, why'd you let us take you out?
Like, so I could, blackmail you, skank. You kids have given me a license to do whatever I want, because now I can blame the rest of the night on you. So, buckle up, bitches. Now it's your turn to come on my joyride. Rick never lets me do this.
What?
Galactus. Like fishing.
Yeah.
I don't normally express this much of an opinion, but it needs to be said. Tonight does not cut the chut.
What the hell, bruh?
You wanna go, brah?
Bring it!
Is that all?
Transformers.
Hey!
Hot weapons.
You're goddamn right they're hot.
Yo, man, Chet's party is jumping off at Space Tahoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look,
said.
I got a scoop, but maybe come by Space Tahoe and we can get to know each other. Peace.
Douchebags. I might not have to tell Rick about tonight if you kids were to help me lose my virginity.
You have virginity?
I don't know. Don't all objects? Isn't a doorknob a virgin?
Not mine. Never f***ed a doorknob.
What do you expect? I mean, she's my wife.
All right. Probably get the tab.
Just like laughing at him because he sucks so much.
How's that Tina Turner song you love go again?
What's love, Dr. Doolittle?
He thinks those are the lyrics.
His delicious lack of awareness, paired with an oafish need to be liked, delectable.
Oh, especially when egged on by his wife.
That poor thing, married to this puling moon calf. Ha ha ha.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Whoa, is that drive-in chick?
Wow, you're beautiful.
Oh, sorry.
Your expressionless head came off!
Sorry.
How are you talking? What is it? Ew, dude. Look, she's just a just car. Oh my God, I can't believe I touched you. So gross and fake.
You want to see the real me?
They're just a bunch of tools.
Yeah.
I heard these assholes talking. I know I'm some grand joke for their amusement. This was low, Rick, but I guess my wife can go even lower.
Jerry, I get how this may have looked, but we were just having fun.
At my expense.
Honey, no, I love you for being lame in a different way.
If he can't deliver, we'll have to make our own fun.
Okay, if these guys catch us, we're screwed. So follow my lead and we'll have your idiot husband back in no time.
You're just moody. You got stuck with a marlin.
Marlin guts, dartboard face. I assume those are your names, and yet they are not on my list.
Oh, the pain of being rejected from hell. Oh, it's painful. So I love it. Thank you. Oh, such pleasure.
I didn't mean to cause you any pleasure, which causes me pain, which gives me pleasure.
Then thrill me by keeping me out, coat hanger face.
Wow. It's coat rack head.
But, like, if we offend you, isn't that good?
I loved it. So painful, and therefore so pleasurable. Yeah, go on in.
That's an awful conversation. And the absurdity of, I think, people who... we'll talk about after.
You think Jerry is lame and you're cool. But the lamest thing of all is thinking that. The two of you combined is what we call the lamest thing ever.
Oh, no. No!
Well, well, well. Table for surprised party of me.
Yes. See? Cringe cannot exist in a vacuum. It needs to be observed. Skin hooks hook our guests.
Nice hooks. Where'd you get them?
Didn't I say replace those goddamn hooks?
I forgot, which makes me embarrassed, which makes me proud.
God damn it. It's time for you three to finally feel our full wrath.
Oh, you'd love that, right? Wouldn't that mean you hate it?
We've assigned you a public defender. Her name is Allison Hannigan, no relation.
May I speak to my clients alone? Guys, it's me, the car. Like what I did with the chip in her head?
Is she gonna be okay?
I cut a deal with the local authorities. They just need one of you to take the fall. Make it, Chetback. He ruined your night. He ruined mine. He's a parasite. So f*** the Chet. Let's pin it all on him. Case closed.
Yo, guys.
We're not gonna bail on you, Bruce.
Oh, we'll do it the hard way. I mean, blowing the place up was always an option. I just thought you guys might enjoy a less violent plan.
See? You have changed.
What is that?
An aversion-converting inversion reverter. It shoots concentrated pleasure-pain inverting shrapnel, which reverts the pleasure from pain back into the pain from pain. We're gonna kill them with 100% sincerity. We need an embarrassing level of it to jumpstart the process, too.
It hurts, but in a bad way. Ow! Bullets that hurt? Could this be the end of Mousetrap nipple?
No, I don't want pain to hurt. Baby.
Hey guys, we're home. How was your night? Hey.
Crazy.
You kids get in any trouble?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
Is that a skull?
No, it's a baby's skull.
That's worse. It's still a school night.
Yo, I just want to tell you guys, I had more than just fun hanging out with you tonight. I had the experience of a lifetime. I can't really commit to a friendship for more than 24 hours. I need that time to get a general sense of your standing within your school social hierarchy. And if that's solid, I'll see you around. Otherwise, no news is bad news. Cool? Bye-sies.
Bisies?
Cringe.
Sofa wine?
Sofa wine.
You are so cool, Bruce Chetback. What's your secret?
You know, just be cool.
Wait, didn't you wear those pants yesterday?
Hey, going home to not change your pants?
You like that? Shouldn't be standing on the curb.
Boom, bitch!
Guys, that was a reaction. This is our discussion. What'd you think of that?
Well, that was good. It's probably my favorite episode so far.
Of the season?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it, at least from what I saw, I didn't get a lot of laughs out of you.
No, but I'm not drunk.
But do you think it was funny?
It was enjoyable. I like the references to the Transformers and
I definitely love that.
The ship fishing for Galactus and him bringing up Jurassic Park and Nedry.
That was awesome. And what's great is we call that. We were thinking the same thing the creators were thinking.
Yep.
I was kind of getting a Ferris Bueller's Day Off vibe. I'm not sure if you saw that as Matthew Broderick, and it's just it's like my sister's favorite movie of all time. And that song is in that movie, and it's also about Ferris Bueller being the cool kid and also trying to rush home before his parents figure out what's going on. And there's a sister involved, but it's obviously a different dynamic. Hitting the mailboxes. Did you ever do that?
No.
I didn't either, but people have done this. My mailbox out here.
Yeah.
Before we got that that big plastic one. This is probably like when I was like 14 or 15. On Halloween, kids would come by and do all the ones on this road.
No, I don't think they ever got ours. Maybe once.
Yeah.
My dad did it and stuff growing up and everything. So
yeah.
It's just I don't know. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Kind of thing. We definitely did things.
Yeah, we saw signs.
We just didn't beat down mailboxes.
No,
we stole things from people's yards.
Yeah, it was for a good cause.
There's things we can't admit on here that we stole.
Yeah. I do know that there was something that was stolen, And then the police recovered it because it was in plain sight.
Well, someone told them, though. It's
Yeah.
not like the police were there to see it.
But we said we found it.
Yeah.
So we went back to acquire what we thought was ours.
Yeah.
And it was bolted on where we could not get it.
Yeah.
So it was me, you, and Eric, and I think Jordan Stryker. And you had gasoline and a bottle of water. You just poured all over that fucking thing. I just remember you turned around. It was like, it just lights on fire, and because it's gasoline, it explodes for a second. That was so fucking fun. We did things. We didn't
take it, we'll destroy it. So.
Yeah, we didn't destroy mailboxes, but we did things. I remember one time we stole a slow children at play sign, and I remember you were driving, and I had to hold it, and you didn't want to scratch your car, so I was holding what ended up being a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be, especially with the wind.
Yeah.
So I was like, you guys let it out! I was holding that fucking thing. I remember there was like rusty cuts ingrained in my fucking palms after that, but I remember I got a tetanus shot like 6 months before that.
Yeah, I remember you holding it out the window.
Yeah, and then we just like fucking threw it. Like I remember like throwing it into the field across my parents' house because I just couldn't do it anymore, and we're kind of in the clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had some of those signs at the Third Street house.
We did.
And that one was in the garage though. For years.
We took them out to the garage. There was a couple of them we had in the garage here. And
Are they still there?
Some of them might be, at least one. I remember seeing one at some point.
Transformers. I had a couple toys growing up. I definitely watched Beast Wars like the most.
I had a lot of Transformers.
You did,
and,
yeah.
I grew up with the VHSs of the old 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
And
I remember
had
watching
the Transformers movie.
Yeah.
And then I watched Beast Wars in the morning.
Unicron, right?
School. Yeah. It was just called Transformers the movie.
Yeah.
But I found out later from the toys that made us about Transformers that they made that movie and they killed off Optimus Prime and all these major characters because they wanted to bring in new toys.
Yeah.
And sell new toys on the market instead of keep selling Optimus Prime and things like that.
Really?
Because they killed off Optimus, they changed Megatron, he became Galvatron in that show.
Yeah.
Hot Rod became Rodimus Prime, he became the leader of the Autobots, and Ultra Magnus.
I barely remember that.
He died, but then they brought him back. They put him back together.
Okay.
The trash people brought him back together. They listened to Weird Al Yankovic. So Orson Welles was Unicron. That was considered his worst performance. Worst last performance.
He played Unicron?
Yeah, he was Unicron's voice.
Orson Welles.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing him like on the radio.
And Leonard Nimoy was Galvatron.
It was good to see them. I mean, and they had an unfortunate fate, but I mean,
Well, they were tools, though.
Yeah.
They were portrayed as tools. They're
Yeah.
all sitting around in their little ski resorts, and they guys with they just had a certain look to them.
Well, it's
the way they acted.
Yeah, and she was. I mean, I think it was supposed to reference like this new person comes in who's kind of nervous and tries to be cool and gets rejected, but she kills them all. You know what I mean?
Well, turns out to be much more badass than the rest of them.
Yeah. I actually was surprised when I saw like the untransformed version of her. I thought maybe she just had some kind of upgrade. I had no idea they just put a fake head on her and everything else.
Yeah.
Reference to Morty banging a doorknob. Did you ever use a doorknob to pull a tooth out?
No, my dad referenced it a few times, but usually just yank them out or they'd fall out.
Well, I did it one time because my dad referenced it or told me to do it. And then my dad's like, "You're not really supposed to do it, dummy. It falls out on its own."
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember doing it and thinking I was so brave and slamming that door. And then blood.
Was it ready?
It wasn't ready. I mean, it was ready enough to come out because it was loose, but if it was ready, it would have come on its own. So it's one of those.
Oh, you know what I mean, though. Like,
There's
a certain point where it's really not ready yet. You're ripping it out of your mouth.
No, it was ready. Yeah, because
Okay.
I could take it, twist it.
All right.
I remember growing up and like fucking with that, and then it would rotate completely, and then it would like hurt that you couldn't close your mouth. God, yeah. Have you ever had anyone like in your group, like at school, like your friend group, who was kind of like someone you kept around because I don't want to say you made fun of them.
Like a Thompson?
Yeah.
I don't think we really had anybody that was a Thompson. We had people that we would make fun of more often than the others, but
yeah,
we didn't have a Thompson. We didn't keep them there because they were a Thompson.
There were kids that we weren't friends with that I would, and looking back, I wouldn't act this way towards these people, but they were just, funny ass douchers, like Timmy Somerville. We called him Simmy Tumerville. And I just remember being in the lunch. I was in study hall. You look along the window. There's like this long hallway, and you can see it because there's glass. I remember just walking down the hallway, stopping, and turning like you forgot something, and turning and started running. and he goes up and touches the ceiling tile, and it falls out. I hear some teacher, "Hey!" yell at him, and he starts running the other direction. He was just a kid that we picked on, and we say, "Hey, Timmy, come here and sit with us. Tell me what happened today." And he'd be, "Oh, I got hit by a car this morning," and he meant it. And he obviously had some issues, and we were obviously making fun of this kid who had issues.
Yeah.
But he wasn't okay. So he was high functioning enough to be in a lot of normal classes. So I think he was in that gray area to where he was normal enough to where we made fun of him. But if you saw someone, I think that was like obviously low functioning, you'd be, "Oh, okay, that's off limits, right?"
Yeah.
Well, this kid was in the sweet spot. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Now that I'm older, I feel like we shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were kids that were just. I mean, I picked on kids in school. And
I've heard stories of you picking on people.
I picked on kids in school, and they were just. Usually, they were just kind of the low-level kids that were just unfortunate lives.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like a rich kid.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up. I grew up poor.
Yeah.
And but I was like the dregs.
Yeah.
I guess I was at the top of the dregs.
Yeah. Instead of ruling them and combining everyone together to overthrow the rich class, you just shit on all these people. I just thought of the absurdity. People have met in my life who I guess they say they want to feel or experience some kind of physical pain. And I guess there's a very nuanced way of looking at those things, because sometimes those people feel like they deserve that pain. But I've met people who really feel like pain feels good.
What do you call those guys, like in the Opus Dei, which Angels and Demons really brought to light?
I didn't read Angels and Demons.
What do you call that practice, though?
I can't remember. You talked about it before.
I know.
You knew it.
I used to know, but now I don't know. It's been a long time.
I can't remember. But they still practice it in the Philippines.
Well, at the time that I was reading about it, the Opus Dei, some of those members of that kind of fringe Catholic group did it too.
Yeah.
And it's basically you're inflicting pain, whipping your own back and things like that.
Yeah. So in the last season of Vikings, which I was reacting to, I didn't finish. I would like to finish it one day because I really do like that show quite a bit. The Rus Vikings, who are Catholic, they were celebrating that on one of the days where the Viking children, or the sons of Ragnar, were trying to break out. Mm-hmm. I think it was just Ivar, and they're practicing that. And I looked it up. They still practice that in the Philippines, like the celebration of it. So we'll have people walking like for like a specific, I'll say holiday, but a day that they pick. It's like 5 miles, or carrying like this big, huge wooden cross with no shirt, and they're whipping their backs and shit. It's pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the fetish, the sex fetish with pain.
Yeah, and putting like a little spike belt down there and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
clamping on your nipples and.
Yeah.
Mousetrap nipples.
But yeah, it's odd to me. I don't understand it. I get the reason, but like, I think that is like to associate.
Well, I think you gotta consider like cutting. Like, isn't there like an adrenal rush or something you get from that? So
like people with like say people who do self-harm, like there's people with this cluster B personality characteristics who do it, and it's been described to me as like they're like a bottle of soda that is about to burst, and the only way they stop themselves from killing themselves is they cut themselves, and seeing the blood and feeling the pain literally makes all that anxiety and pressure completely dissipate.
Yeah,
which is to me is interesting because I can't really understand that. This was a good one, and obviously, like the absurdity of like, okay, well, you like pain, but because you like it and you're happy, now that's like the opposite effect of what you want. You want to be sad, but the sadness or the unhappiness actually is a joyful thing. You know what I mean? And it's just a circular logical fallacy.
It just keeps going. Cycling.
I did like their idea with like creating a device which not goes to machine, but the super duper thing that they can't logically describe, where it gives them bullets that actually hurt.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. Yeah. Mm. And just the idea that Jerry's just totally all laughing at him, it just brings me back to high school. You know what I mean? So, and I remember I was like a freshman, and all the seniors took me out, and I was fucking that guy for a little bit. You know what I mean? And then eventually they put in my time, and all right, probably you can go out with us this weekend. You know what I mean? Like towards the end of the year. You know what I mean? So I get it, and then of course I paid it back, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pay it forward. That's what they call. And I don't got anything else. This was good. And we only got like 5 more left. And then we got to wait until season 6. We're out here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this reaction. If you like us, you want to support us, just like and subscribe. Hit that notification because it really helps us out. Leave a comment down below. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. If you got any stories about self-harming or nipple piercings or any of that shit.
Mousetrap nipples.
Mousetrap nipples. Let us know in the comments.